Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bhakti Fundamentals. Today, we're exploring a question based on a conversation we had this past weekend, and that is, where is Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme? Is he far away? Is he everywhere? Why can't I see him? And in fact, many people wonder, if God exists, why can't I see him? We tend to trust what we can perceive with our material senses. If something is real, we expect to be able to see it, hear it, or touch it. But the reality is that not everything that exists is immediately perceivable to our senses. Right now, there are Wi-Fi signals all around us. We can't see them, we can't touch them, and yet they are undeniably real, just like gravity, electromagnetic fields, or radioactivity. Wi-Fi works through radio waves, frequencies that transmit information between your device and a router. Although these waves are invisible to us, they are present all around us in most modern environments. When we connect our laptop to the Wi-Fi network in our home, that device suddenly gains access to the vast world of the internet through our router. And that connection reveals what was already there. It's not that the internet didn't exist until we connected to it. Now, if we're not connected to our Wi-Fi network, we might conclude there's no signal here. But in reality, the signal is present. We're just not connected. In the same way, Kṛṣṇa is present everywhere. He is like a perfect, complete, ever-present Wi-Fi signal. In the Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 9, verse 4, Kṛṣṇa explains that he pervades the entire universe in his unmanifested form. This is his impersonal feature, his all-pervading energy, which exists throughout all of creation, just like those invisible Wi-Fi signals moving invisibly through the air around us. So in one sense, Kṛṣṇa is everywhere. He is within everything and sustaining everything. However, Kṛṣṇa is not only an impersonal energy, he is also a person, the supreme person, with form, just as we have form, qualities, just as we have qualities, relationships, just as we have relationships, activities, just as we perform activities, and a home or abode. And these aspects point to his personal feature. In fact, our own personhood is derived from Kṛṣṇa's personhood. We cannot possess something that he does not have. The Supreme, by definition, must be complete. If we have individuality, personality, emotions, relationships, and the capacity to love, then these qualities must exist originally in Kṛṣṇa. Otherwise, where would they come from? The source of everything must contain everything in its fullest form. We are persons because Kṛṣṇa is the supreme person. However, we cannot know and see Kṛṣṇa as he is, the supreme person, without a way to connect to him. In our analogy, the Wi-Fi signal Kṛṣṇa is perfect. It's just that before we take up spiritual life, our connection to him is obscured by our material consciousness, and therefore we are unable to perceive him, even though he's there. In his purport to the Gita, chapter 9, verse 4, Śrīla Prabhupāda writes, Lord Sri Krishna's name, fame, pastimes, etc., cannot be understood by material senses. Only to one who is engaged in pure devotional service, Bhakti Yoga, under proper guidance is he revealed. Thus, for people in general, he is not visible. Here it is said that although he is all-pervading, everywhere present, he is not conceivable by the material senses. But actually, although we cannot see him, everything is resting in him. Just as the sunshine is spread all over the universe, the energy of the Lord is spread all over the creation, and everything is resting in that energy. In this purport, we learn that Kṛṣṇa is all-pervading, just like Wi-Fi signals that exist all around us. However, we cannot see him because our current instruments of perception, our material senses, are not sufficient to experience or perceive him. We need another way to connect with him in order to perceive him as he is. Bhakti Yoga is that connection. Kṛṣṇa is already present everywhere, and Bhakti Yoga is the process that allows us to access and experience Kṛṣṇa's presence, and actually more than just his presence, as we'll discuss in a moment. Through chanting Kṛṣṇa's holy names in the form of the Maha Mantra, hearing about Kṛṣṇa in the Bhagavad-gītā and other sacred texts, associating with others on the path of bhakti, offering our activities and our vegetarian food to Kṛṣṇa, etc., our consciousness gradually becomes tuned to Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Person, just like a device connecting to a Wi-Fi network. This touches on something important. Bhakti Yoga does not simply lead us to realize Kṛṣṇa's impersonal feature, that he is everywhere and all-pervading. It allows us to understand his personal feature, to know his name, his form, his activities, his abode, his devotees, etc. Bhakti Yoga enables us to experience the Supreme as a person, someone we can know, relate to, and ultimately love. In fact, we already have an individual and eternal relationship with Kṛṣṇa, and the powerful spiritual practices of Bhakti Yoga help us uncover this already existing relationship. And this point that Bhakti enables us to know Kṛṣṇa as he is, the same Kṛṣṇa standing on the battlefield with Arjuna, is directly confirmed by Kṛṣṇa himself in the Gītā, specifically in these 3 verses of the Gītā. In chapter 8, verse 22, in the first part of the verse, Kṛṣṇa says, "The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion or Bhakti Yoga." And in chapter 11, verse 54, Kṛṣṇa says, "Only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding." And finally, in chapter 18, verse 55, Kṛṣṇa says, "One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God." In these 3 verses of the Bhagavad-gītā, Kṛṣṇa explains that only through Bhakti Yoga can he be known as he is, not through mental speculation, not through our body's material senses, but through devotional service. And this is his mercy, that he gives us a spiritual process, a spiritual science by which we can reach him. And why does he do this? Because he wants a relationship with us. He does not simply want us to know him impersonally, as the backdrop of all existence. He wants us to know him personally, to rediscover the loving relationship with him that we already have, but have simply forgotten through our long sojourn in this material world. So let's connect our consciousness to Kṛṣṇa. Just as a laptop connects to Wi-Fi, we can connect our consciousness to Kṛṣṇa, who is always present. Let's not miss out on the opportunity we have right now to do so, because everything we're searching for, real meaning, lasting happiness, unending love, is already there in our relationship with him. Remember, Kṛṣṇa is all around us, and in fact, he is even within our hearts as Paramatma, the Supersoul. The fact that we do not perceive him in our lives does not mean that he is absent. It means our connection to him is presently covered over by our material consciousness. Bhakti Yoga is the process by which that material covering is gradually removed, revealing our eternal connection with the Supreme. The real question is not whether Kṛṣṇa is present. He is. The question is, how strong is our connection to him? So that's all we have for today on the topic of where Kṛṣṇa is, using the Wi-Fi analogy. Let us know what you thought, and if you have any questions that we might answer in a follow-up session. In the meantime, thank you for listening today, and we'll see you next time on Bhakti Fundamentals.